Cops who receive anonymous tip-off related to a famous hotel end up uncovering something way bigger. Holiday, as you see it, is the best time anyone could ever think of. Family, friends, and fun, that is what it's all about. The only thing on which people get stuck is when finding affordable hotels with all the facilities. Nobody gets a hotel with all of the high-class facilities at a cheaper rate, and if somebody gets that, then jackpot. One such service provider is Holiday Lodge in California. Though it is a 2-star hotel, the tourists love to check in there as it provides quality service and good facilities as compared to what a 2-star hotel is expected to offer. Was it just the quality service, or had the hotel hidden something more than the eye can see? When one thinks of a place for spending his or her quality time, what could be better than going to California? The place is insanely diverse and is listed as one of the most beautiful places in the US. The beaches, dramatic deserts, and soaring redwood forests makes this place a tourist attraction and a tempting place to visit. The people who go crazy for movies would never miss a chance to stay in the US film industry. People would rather empty their pockets than to miss this golden chance. A picture standing near to this Hollywood sign would flood their Instagram and Facebook with many likes and probably would help the person to stand a chance to be the talk of the town. According to state economists, California's economic output is surpassed only by the total GDP of the United States, China, Japan, and Germany. The state has 12% of the U.S. population but contributed 16% of the country's job growth in 2017. Its share of the national economy also grew to 14.2% from 12.8% over those 5 years. A city named Grass Valley is the largest city in the western region of Nevada country, California. It was initially known as Boston Ravine and later became Centerville. The name game remained strategical, and the city was lastly named Grass Valley due to unknown reasons. Grass Valley is a quaint city famous for its antique shops. The city brings a wide variety of environment-oriented escapades with its countless hiking trails and close distance to lakes. It is a historical town and is attached to the most famous city in the world, San Francisco. It is a perfect place to have a perfect holiday planned. The population of this city consists of 13,000 people. They are educated, responsible, and concerned about their surroundings. The people always stand for the right and are determined to be the same in the future. Their attentiveness leads to the exposing of several critical issues happening in society. Holiday Lodge is a well-known lodge as it provides the best services. The services that the hotel provides are more than what is expected from a 2-star hotel. A great service is what people demand, and this hotel is eligible enough to meet that demand. The hotel is well equipped with the best services. The booking rates are affordable and every room is equipped with a mini fridge, microwave, and coffee maker. The location of the hotel is set up this way that it takes only a quick 5-minute drive to Nevada City and less than 1 mile off the I-49. More than that, the hotel is pet-friendly, which makes it more appealing. The idea of booking a room in this hotel could excite anyone due to various reasons, but one question that would pop up in one's head is why would they provide all these at such a nominal rate? Nevertheless, one would prefer to escape this series of questions and continue wandering inside the room. Unlike other hotels, the Holiday Lodge in Grass Valley was very popular amongst the tourists because of its quality service and facilities. The lodge used to be occupied every time, introducing the management to earn more profit. The stars were in favor of the lodge until one incident took place. The people, as stated earlier, were attentive and responsible. Even if there is a small hint of suspicion, they would try their level best to get things clear. The locals wanted to have a society that is free from accidents and crime scenes, so they readily take action against everything that could turn out to be wrong. The police department of Grass Valley is just like its locals. The department is as responsible as the people were, and they ensure the safety of the town. They never failed to become the hero by wrapping up the cases, making the town a better place to live. The police department, though it was very reliable, could not do anything based on suspicion. The department received calls from an unknown number regarding the Holiday Lodge. The police thought it to be a prank and continued doing their official works, ignoring the information. Since Holiday Lodge was more in demand, the other hotels were facing a great loss. The police thought it to be a tactic to put a disgrace on the name of the hotel so that it shuts down permanently. This is the reason why the police department ignored the information and carried on with their works. The police department got a call from other guests that something wrong was cooking up in the hotel. The department again was tied to the laws and could not further step up to investigate since it was again a suspicion. All they could do is wait for the evidence, based on what they are supposed to take actions. Nobody was sure what was the matter in actual. Guesses were being made about the crime scene. Half of the people thought that a murder took place and others guessed a theft occurred. Both of the assumptions were wrong and the evidence was yet to be discovered. Just because no outcome or evidence was coming up, the remaining population thought it to be a publicity stunt. Had that been a real case, the police would have set their forces out and cleared out that dramatic matter which still was merely an assumption. After getting that one sign, the police rushed to the area of concern so that they could extract the truth out of the people involved in the crime scene. The police department was in no mood of getting late. Irrespective of the time, that is, 7 a.m., they set their car and headed on in search for the culprits. The police got a call from the Grass Valley authorities who were researching the rising drug-related activities. Their research stretched to the Holiday Lodge, which made all suspicions about the lodge transparent. They called up the police and requested for a raid. The police barged in the hotel and started their hunt. They checked in rooms that they found dubious. To their goodness, they caught sight of a room that was unregistered. They heard murmurs from inside. Steadily, they made their first move by knocking the door down and detected the scenario. Raiding officers, while analyzing the place, found much evidence of drug dealing on the peripheral. Yet, they thought of discovering more and finally got to see a room inside which drug dealing was being done. They handcuffed the people present in the room and marched towards another room. That was just one room they inspected. As they proceeded with their investigation, they discovered more than just drug dealing. The officers found enough weapons, high-capacity magazines, and ammunition to arm a small militia along with the drugs. While the officers were having their extended investigation, the small group of officers struggled to manage the handcuffed people. One of those people successfully breached the window and escaped. This action made the police department furious and they called for more officers. As the suspect managed to escape, the police department called for more officers and K9. The officers were sure enough that they would be needing K9 for further investigation. Hence, they continued to investigate using another way. It was quite a big case where suspects were more than 10. The total number of people involved in drug dealing was 14, out of which one escaped. The question here arises, how could the smuggling and dealing be done right under the noses of the management? To fetch the answer for this, the police department dug deep into the matter. Before the police could ask questions, the K9 signaled the presence of something unusual. The department diverted their attention there and was amazed to find something extraordinary. They followed the K9 and explored something which could shake the whole town. The sniffing process took a halt. K9 upheld its detecting nose up and signaled officers about the mess that was present inside the room. The officers did not stop and trusted K9, proceeding with further investigation. The police officers investigated the room, showed no mercy in between the process, and made the room more of a storeroom. They threw things in the name of investigation and even tore the pillow, making that room feathery. They scattered all over the room and were analyzing every minute detail. While they were searching all over, one of the officers noticed the difference in the sound of the floor. He tapped again and again to confirm whether he is not the one who got to hear the difference. As his companions gave him a green signal regarding the difference, he removed the carpet and uncovered something. The trapdoor could have been used as a hideaway from police, and to add on, it was not just a hideaway but held more contraband. The series of surprises did not halt as many surprises were on the way. The police department could sense everything in the right direction and was ready to conclude the matter. The investigation showed a different route to the matter. Inside the room, officers discovered tasers and a battery which was in actual, a hidden compartment for drugs. The room was a hub for the storage of all illegal stuff which was then supplied to the people. The police department was taken aback to see an intelligent course of smuggling within their city. The only person they could fetch the answer from was Dawn Marie Olson. She was the front desk manager of the hotel and was the right person to have a round of questions with. The front desk manager got bombarded with lots of questions. She did not provide satisfactory answers for the same and preferred to stay mum. Her silence was taken for her guilt and she was handcuffed there and then. This case was somewhat different since there were 15 suspects in total with no culprit. The police department unfolded the matter but was missing out on an important individual, that is, the owner of the Holiday Lodge. If that person turned out to be a suspect as well, the police department would increase their count to 16. The police authorities did not wait more and had a word with an 88-year-old man named James Ralph that day. Ralph lived in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. He earned a PhD in economics and even fought in World War II. He was the owner of 4 hotels, out of which one was the Holiday Lodge. On hearing news about his hotel, James Ralph was in a state of shock. He was not aware of the scenario. He stated, "It's a blow, let me tell you. That activity is a terrible thing, and I assure you it's not going to be here again." He was so determined that one could easily get influenced by his words. James Ralph clarified himself by saying, "What I have told my managers is do not rent to local people because we can survive without them. The risk is that people who rent rooms have an ulterior motive, such as dealing in drugs." The incident became the talk of the town for a while. The hotel suffered a lot because of it, and the people thought that soon the hotel is going to shut down. Even the owner was not sure about the future of the hotel, hence, he did not try to add more in his speech. The dicey scenario could lead to the closure of the hotel. The least that James Ralph, the owner, could do was to replace the staff member. As the news went viral, he immediately hired a new staff member so that the reputation could stay the same. The things did not turn out to be the way he thought. James, as an owner, addressed the issues and took action by hiring new staff. The new staff, unaware of the past, were doing their assigned tasks diligently. One of the cleaners found realistic pellet guns hiding in the framework of the bed. The Holiday Lodge surely had a bad past, and it would take a good amount of time to recover its reputation. After getting a serious blow, nothing could be predicted about the future of the hotel. If it had happened earlier, there could be a possibility that such incidents could happen in the future as well. Many tourists are unaware of the dirty past this hotel experienced. The hotel is still running and providing many attractive offers to get attention. Even after the incident, people still are fascinated with this hotel for accommodation. The hotel is struggling to get back its reputation, and services along with security has been doubled.